Good evening, everybody. I hope you can hear me. It is 9:45 here in Utsjoki in the night, and we have clouds, but we also have the northern lights. I'm sorry the sound is probably not as good as usually because I forgot the right mic inside and I didn't want to waste time. As you can see, we do have clouds, but we have gaps coming frequently, and I just wanted to show you our Saturday night here in Utsjoki. Yeah, as I started, there was stronger lights, but also less clouds. It's very tricky weather tonight. You can definitely see some green over there, and also stretching here across the sky, not so much anymore. And we are just illustrating again that we need to be always ready. And I was not, because I was not expecting this, and I was busy working on something else. But if we had been here with guests, obviously we would have been outside, because the sky was getting clear, cloudy, clear again, but it was definitely a time to wait outside. And we have the moon here, and we have a nice halo around the moon. You can see especially here on the left side the halo. And we have, of course, the cottages of Aurora Holidays here behind me. Bonsoir les francophones, j'espère que vous allez bien. On est à nouveau en direct d'Utsjoki avec une petite aurore boréale qui était quand même bien plus forte quand j'allais commencer, mais malheureusement les nuages sont aussi de la partie. And Thomas, have a good trip back to Angeli. It's also a beautiful area over there. And Sarah is asking if we have snow, and yes, we do. And the river is actually starting to freeze really nicely. Look at this. So the rock here on the right is usually already a little bit in the water, so you can see that the river has been freezing quite a bit. And we are maybe having a very clear day tomorrow, so I'm thinking to attempt a new live with the drone tomorrow, so subscribe to our channels and hopefully we can show you our beautiful river as seen from the sky. I will very quickly go grab the right microphone cable because this is actually really silly like that, and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, I am back and the lights are still here. And please let me know in the comments if you can hear me now, if it's better. As always, this is very helpful. All right, thank you, Christina and Stephen, for confirming. And Filippo, are you sure that the internal mic from the camera was better than my Rode lav mic? That would be very disturbing. Maybe the connection was not so good. And Mario, hi to you as well. Bonsoir Bernadette. J'espère que vous allez bien. And Stephen, nice to see that you are watching on the big screen. I wish we had bigger lights right now, but we never know. And the weather is not that amazing, but it's a lot clearer than a few minutes ago, and it's coming and going tonight, so also perfectly clear right where we want it. And Thomas, thank you very much. I hope we meet somewhere. And we have Stephen's daughters, Lola, Lottie and Laila. I hope I pronounced well. Good evening and enjoy the show with us. And Denise, hi in Germany. Oh, well, I'm already on the ice. Hi everybody, good evening if you're just joining, and welcome if you're new, and hello again if you are one of our regular viewers. So we are here in Utsjoki at about 70 degrees north of latitude. We have the Teno River behind me, and this is the border between Finland, where I'm standing, and Norway. So when you look over there on the other side, we have Norway. 23rd of October today, and I think it's the third year that I'm here at this time, and I think it's the earliest that I have seen the river freezing like that. We've had minus 15 degrees, when was it, last weekend I think? No, not even in the weekend, I think it was in the beginning of the week. So the ice has started growing, and we had also quite a bit of snow. I think someone was asking in the comments if it's normal to have snow at this time of year. I mean, I think we have a little bit more than usually, but it's definitely normal. I think last year it started snowing on the 16th. But if you ask the locals who've been living here for decades, everything is happening later, and river is freezing later, snow is coming later, less snow, so it's yeah, there are definite signs of things changing here, not for the best. So we are at the cottages of Aurora Holidays here in Utsjoki. We have cottages on the river shore. We are offering package holidays to see the Northern Lights in very small groups in full board. We have the restaurant. I will show you when I stop talking. The lights are getting actually a little bit brighter, so that's really nice to see. And yeah, the cottages have a nice view on the river and they are facing north, so perfect open view to see the lights. And if you've been with us many times, we are so far in the north that it also often happens that the lights get so strong they go all the way to the zenith or even to the south part of the sky, but we have a good view here, almost 360 degrees. We don't have any light pollution. The only light that you can see tonight is actually the moon. The full moon was 2 or 3 nights ago. And yes, Finland is open for tourists nowadays, so if you're fully vaccinated, welcome to Finland. It's pretty easy to come here. You fly to Helsinki and then we have a little bit less than 1.5 hour domestic flight to Ivalo, and we will pick you up, so you don't even have to think about transportation or renting a car or driving on icy roads. We take care of everything for you. And if you're specifically into photography, I'm leading a photography dedicated workshop in the first week of January during the polar night, in the heart of the polar night. So the sun is not rising at all, but it's not completely dark. We get some really, really nice, usually pastel colors in the middle of the day, and quite a bright sky and quite a bright landscape when it's all snowy. And of course many hours to see the northern lights, and we go dog sledding and snowboarding if there is enough snow. We go to the Arctic Ocean in Norway, that's not too far from here. And we had a few cancellations because our Australian guests are not allowed to travel to us. So if you're interested in photography, I will be leading the tour, so welcome to join us. And now we are going to focus back on the sky and on the stars. Okay, maybe we show you the river a little bit. So Ella on YouTube, and Andy also on YouTube, hello. Yes, I saw behind me indeed. I was just talking to you guys. And Janet from Las Vegas, and Sarah from Germany, hi to you. Yeah, we don't have a lot of green right now, and it doesn't help that we have clouds and moon, but you've seen the last live that we had a few days ago. It cleared very fast, and despite the very bright moon, we had some pretty amazing northern lights, so it's always worth being outside. You can see how everything is snowy and lit up by the moon. Oh yeah, I promised to show you the restaurant. So that bigger building there is Tina's restaurant, and you can see also the smaller building here. This is a covered fireplace, so when you are visiting us here in Utsjoki, we would actually be waiting there at the fireplace, maybe grilling some sausages or some marshmallows and waiting together to see the northern lights. So we are all dressed and ready, and we don't miss anything. And if it's cloudy here, we are experts in reading the weather maps, and we'll drive you to where we think we have very good chance for clear sky. So that's included in your holiday package when you visit us from here. And Apollonia from Australia, welcome back on our live. And Sarah is asking, where is Tina? I assume she's home. She's not here, so I guess she's home. I'm all alone here on the side of the river. The weather forecast is not really promising for the night. But hey, we never know here. And we have some decent green, if only we had less clouds. And those clouds are moving so fast, it can just be that we get a good coincidence of a clear patch and brighter lights. And we've seen that actually quite often. So that's why we are live. And when you visit us, that's why we really never give up and we are always watching the sky. And we've had the past few seasons 100% of our guests who saw the lights, so yay to us. And good evening, Elton and Andy. Yes, at the bottom right here we do have a big rock, and you can see the rock is usually in the water, and all this is ice. I will go stand there, but yeah, now this is already the river and you can see the ice. You could hear maybe even the ice, so it's very, very thin. No going anywhere near there anytime soon. I wouldn't go on the ice before January, and even that you need to be really careful and ask the locals. It's a river. Rivers are dynamic, and it's it can be dangerous, so never trust a river. If you're not 100% sure, don't go on the ice, and definitely not in October. I see that Tina is on the chat, so hi Tina. And Isabella from Poland, I guess. Elton from New Jersey, USA. And yes, we've had, who said that? Sarah had said, sorry, Sarah said we had cloudier days than today. That's absolutely true. And look, we can see many stars. Like we have the whole Big Dipper, and this is absolutely not bad. If it was completely desperate, I wouldn't be here, guys, because I have a lot of stuff to do as well inside. A lot of pictures from Svalbard to edit. I have not even finished editing my pictures from my African safaris. So lots to do, but of course we always privilege the live streams when we can and when the sky is good to us. And while we wait for maybe a better show, we can go back to look at the beautiful moon halo that we have here. Well, it's a partial halo on the left of the moon. And thank you, Mario. Have a good evening. And I have Florida here as well. And Andy, yes, last night we had clear sky at the beginning of the night. And no activity. And then it got cloudier and the activity started, so that was a bummer. So that's why I didn't do any live last night. But if we had been, and I didn't want to drive out, but if we had been with guests, we would have driven out. And I'm always making to myself as a practice some different scenarios. So last night I had decided to stay here, but I was still looking at the weather maps and the other webcams and discussing with aurora friends elsewhere in the area. And I said to myself, okay, if we had guests tonight, I would have gone there. And I checked in the morning that would have been indeed a good idea, because they saw the northern lights exactly where I would have planned to go. So yeah, always staying on top of the game. And the green is getting actually brighter, but still also a little bit mixed with the clouds. But you can clearly see this is the northern lights there. And who knows, if it grows even higher above the horizon in that area where the sky is clearer, we might get a nice show. And Adil, yes, the picture has frozen again. Well spotted. I think the picture is back. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Andy, for noticing this bloody streaming disaster. Bloody streaming device is a disaster. I think I need to go back to the old ways, which is a heavier setup that actually needs a power supply, which I was trying to avoid. Yeah, that's actually really annoying. I'll see what I can do. So yes, Adil was asking what's the KP value today. I have no idea because I don't look at it, but I can look to just tell you. And the KP value is currently 0. So yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say. The KP value is 0 and we have northern lights. So for all of you guys who want to see the lights, just come to Utsjoki. There are a lot of people who are focusing on the KP value, and It's a good parameter if you live further to the south, because that will be some kind of indication of whether you can see the lights or not. But we are here in Utsjoki, we don't care about the KP. We have KP0 right now, and we have lights. So my advice to you, fellow travelers, ignore the KP value, be out, just watch the sky, and if you're far enough to the north, you will definitely see the lights. So yeah, actually while looking for the KP value, I did actually see that the solar wind parameters are going to improve in about 20 minutes, which is not a guarantee that anything is going to happen, but it could still mean that it's going to get brighter and better. So if you're not in a hurry, I encourage you to stay with me. And Raya, hi, good evening to you. As you can see, we have quite a clear patch of sky here. And now the lights have become fainter again, but they're definitely there, and it's worth waiting, as I just said. I think we should play games when we are waiting the lights on the live stream, so if anybody has an idea of an easy game we can play across the chat, let me know, and we can try that one day. No idea about a game we can play? Come on guys, don't be shy. Okay, Andy, I have no idea what you mean. I spy with my little eye something beginning with S. I have no idea. You have to explain. It's not very cold tonight. I think it's about -5, -6. But there, I don't know, it feels like there's a lot of humidity in the air. It feels very damp. Ah, stars. Yes, there are stars. There are definitely stars, and if they stay there for a little while, we might get a nice show in there. So have you guys seen the previous live stream when we had some really strong auroras? And the recording is available on our pages. But also I mean, when I stream, the video quality is not always the best because it takes a lot of resources to stream in HD. And also I can't apply any image processing to make the image look cleaner at night. But I have also published a properly filmed and edited video. So if you want to take a look, it's on my YouTube channel. If you have a good eye, you will see that we still have some very faint green over there. All right, we are in business. Here we are. Well, clouds are also coming back at the same time, but we definitely have lights. So here we go, look at this. And I just want to point out that if you were further south in Lapland, it would be really hard to see anything. I mean, if you were in Rovaniemi, for example, you'd probably have the lights and they would be somewhere like here. And you'd need to have a very low horizon and no light pollution and not even a tree in front of you. So we are really lucky here in Utsjoki that we are so far in the north that even the weakest lights display beautifully like this. Of course, I wish we didn't have clouds right now. The timing is quite poor with the clouds, but what can we do? I guess I understand your game, Andy. That's actually quite clever. So, yep, clouds are coming in. Lights are also here, so for now we stay together. They can still grow bigger and we still have quite big patches of clear sky, so it's only a matter of a little bit better timing. Yes, Sarah, come on, Northern Lights, be stronger than the clouds. It could happen, but let's see. And Christina is asking about a rare blue aurora. Can you see that with the naked eye? I've never seen blue aurora with the naked eye. I have photographed I have photographed blue aurora in Greenland. When was it? 5 years ago. Actually, exactly 5 years ago when I went to Greenland, and it was not visible to the naked eye. It was a layer on top of this. Like if you see the band now, there was it was stronger than that, but there was clear vertical shapes of green, and then on top of that was purple, and then on top of the purple was some blue. I'll try to dig out the picture and post it on social media. It's quite difficult to see when you don't look at the full size of the picture, but I'll try to remember if I can show this in the coming days on our channels. So you see we have a solid green band and a solid cloud cover as well. I wish you guys could hear the river. There is a very distinctive sound of the little pieces of ice crushing against each other, but it's impossible to capture because I would need to place a microphone right over it, and well, we can't reach there. But you can see the ice pieces moving about. And those clouds are really in the way. Let's wait a little longer to see what happens. We've been live for almost an hour, so you can see how things go with us here in Lapland when we are chasing the Northern Lights. Well, This sucks. Well, we have seen some nice green. And we have Jessica also here. Minus 19 in Angeli and Karigasniemi. Wow. Are you sure? Minus 19. No, that can't be right. Minus 9 maybe. Minus 10? So guys, I think it's going to be time to say goodnight because it's getting cloudier, and it looks like maybe tomorrow we have better luck with all this. Well, I don't know guys, let's see what's happening here. Clouds, yeah. Trying to decide if we continue or if we stop, but I think that we have to leave that for now. I will come back, of course, if we get a nice show and that I'm on time and everything, but no promises. Thank you everybody again for following. It's always really nice. and I always enjoy all your comments, and it makes me feel not alone here on the side of the river. So thank you everybody again for the support. Please do follow our channels and subscribe to our channels, and you'll be notified next time we go live. If during the day the weather is clear as they seem to suggest, I will try an aerial live here above the river, so stay tuned for that as well. And in the meantime, I will wish you a good night, good end of the day if you're in the US, good night if you're in Europe, and a nice Sunday if you are watching from Asia. So everybody, thank you again for watching, and see you on the next one.